modern games, they cannot attest to the frame rates you get in these games that still look damn good and function damn good and have artistic, wow, dude, China drivers, But I want you to think about. I want you to think about like games like The Outer Worlds 2. Like, I'm a single player enjoyer. Like I enjoy single player games a lot on the PC. Especially RPGs. And I found that hard to do because I don't know. Like I feel like the Bethesda, and what I mean by that is like the Bethesda complex being that all their games just run at 60 FPS. Nothing you can do about it. It's tied to the physics. But like not really like that at the same time. It's not tied to the physics. You could have a higher frame rate if you had a NASA fucking computer. Like, I have an RTX 4070. There's no excuse for a modern game like fucking Outer Worlds 2 to run at a native 60 FPS or some shit, 50 FPS. At this point, I'd rather play it with like 70 FPS with frame gen turned off because I've gotten sick of what frame gen looks like. I play these old games and I just like see what true FPS looks like, and it's so clean, so crisp, and like. You look at games like, I don't know, The Outer Worlds 2 right now. I love that game. I'm playing it. I enjoy it a lot. But like, I dislike how everything is just a blurry, fucking AI-generated DLSS mess. Like it's the frame gen adds like plus 2 millisecond response time. I have an NVIDIA Reflex Analyzer. I give a fuck about my response time. When you take that away from me, I just feel like, okay. It's not even it just adds response time to make it more blurry, but and like the games they just want you to use this feature, so they don't optimize them, and they're running it like fucking 60, 70 FPS, and you're sitting here like, I did not buy a computer with a 200 refresh rate display that I play like Overwatch on at 500 FPS for me to play like Outer Worlds 2 at 70 or 60, and it just looked like a jittery slideshow, basically. Like that is not the definitive way to play with mouse and keyboard. I would rather play with a controller at that point, and I feel like it's just all a complete and total disgusting blurry mess. It's not coherent high frame rate. In fact, it's less coherent than the very frame rate that it's trying to rip it off of. Like frame gen is just shitty technology. TAA and the incorporation of DLSAA, or DLAA, whatever the fuck, is the worst thing I've ever saw in my life. I mean, DLAA really don't look that bad. I like DLAA. I really do. The 100% resolution one. But like, at that, it's just it's still basically TAA. What happened to SMAA? What happened when people had the balls to throw in SMAA and say, if you can run this, you should? Because this is just the definitive, my bad, this is just the definitive anti-aliasing if you really want that crisp, clean display look. Straight into the game, bro. You don't get that anymore, man. Nothing's in the game anymore. It's just processed through 15 filters. And like, sometimes I find myself in NVIDIA overlay tweaking the filters, right? Tweaking the filters so that it looks natural. I have to double filter it just so I can ignore it. It's all illusions nowadays. It's not like true, computing in your face. Like this is like computing in your face. It's that clear, that crystal clear. I have like HDR turned on, and so that may look weird, but other than that, I mean, yeah, it's fucking great. It's fucking awesome. Like. It feels so crisp, so clean. Sorry, I had to white line that fool. But like, you will never get this in any other modern games ever again. This time has passed, bro. They want you to upgrade your graphics card for no true reason. They just keep increasing texture sizes or some stupid shit. You never really played. Who the fuck played Skyrim and looked at the textures and was all like, these textures are bad? No, the textures are never subjectively bad. I mean, can you look at any of these textures and tell me that they're just bad? No, it's like, it's an artistic choice. They work with their limitations with art. And at the time of this game being made, they weren't even seen as limitations. They were seen as being, you know, that's what it says to our fucking disgusting corporate overlords. You know, because back when this game was made, these weren't seen as limitations. These were seen as availabilities that the new, you know, console hardware gives us. You know, we have new abilities now. But now, with consoles getting more powerful, they're about as powerful as like a mid-range PC now, which is not a good thing. The PC needs to be so ahead of this fucking shit, but they're not. It's because no true technology is really going out to support Unreal Engine 5. But like, I hate Unreal Engine 5. It's just a blurry fucking mess. You know, I feel like all these games could be better optimized. They certainly can. You know, like Outer Worlds. Why the fuck is that run double as bad as the previous Outer Worlds when it doesn't even have the technology where the light shines through their ears like in the first Outer Worlds? That was like insane technology, but you know, that's gone. But yeah, that also the game runs twice as bad because of Unreal Engine 5. I mean, it's slop. It's fucking slop. The game is slop, bro. I mean, it's just like the graphical slop. I mean, the game is good. Don't get me wrong. I love the game, but the game is graphical slop. Like, it's everything modern in modern graphics. It's everything bad in modern graphics. It's like, why is the frame rate that low? What excuses that? Why is it so blurry? Why am I not actually seeing things, you know, on my screen that are being, you know, transferred to me in real time? You know, it's just it's first it's being computed through your graphics card, then it's being computed through AI. Yeah, your graphics card image looks like a fucking... The first one, quality? You know, you would think the quality is like 80% resolution, but it's 60. Fucking 60. What does it go after that? Like 50? Have you seen a 50% resolution image of a 1080p picture? It looks like shit. The game is like unrecognizable. And you're processing that through AI? And it's a blurry fucking mess. Everything feels like that picture where you can't really decipher one thing in the image. That's just what it feels like. It feels like a shit show, because it is. You know, like, yeah, people used to hate on Red Dead 2 being like really bad optimized, really badly optimized, but it wasn't. I mean, I expect my RTX 4070 to run 100 FPS on high settings with no, you know, TAA or DLAA, just pure running it off the hardware, right? At 1440p, high settings, 100 FPS, RTX 4070. Like, come on, man. And you get these other modern games. You're telling me Outer Worlds 2 runs at 60 FPS on high settings? Not really. It's probably like 90, 80 really on high settings, like 60 on very high. Okay. There's no reason for that. The game just uses way too much texture pool sizes or whatever the fuck it has to use. I mean, like, I noticed when I used DLAA, I got like 20 FPS. I'm like, why the fuck is my resolution being capped on a 4070? Like, my graphics card is being capped on an RTX 4070 on the Outer Worlds. This game don't even look that good, bro. It don't need to look good. I don't care about Outer Worlds looking good. That's not why I got it, bro. But you know what would sure as shit look better is if they, you know, refine their image, refine their fucking, you know, engine, and use an engine like, I don't know, like, have you seen like RE7 engine? That shit, that's a damn good engine. That shit runs well. But you don't got that shit anymore. You just get fucking. I mean, you do. I mean, Capcom's running pretty good engines. I like their engines. They run well. But you know, most modern games, man. If you ever use Unreal Engine 5, I mean, fuck that, bro. It is the biggest slop fest, and like now I'm starting to really see it. Because I used to think that, oh, all these guys are just hating because they have slower PCs. But then I really experienced it, and now that I really thought about it, the last good game that had like was really unreasonably well optimized and looked good too was probably Hitman. And that's why they re-released it about 4 times, because that engine is so well refined. RTX on the Outer Worlds does like absolutely nothing, by the way. It makes the game look worse. It literally makes the game look worse. Don't do that. Don't fucking do that. I mean, just like all these new Nvidia features, bro, they're just doing something to appease the stockholders at this point. I mean, yeah, it's fucking obvious. Yeah, to some people, this may be like, oh yeah, we knew this whole time. But to me, I mean, I want you guys to like really analyze this shit and just like understand that we're probably never going to get another stupidly well optimized game. I mean, even Doom is not well optimized. Even Doom, bro. There's no excuse why I should be running like... Well, I mean, I had RTX enabled, but why was I running like 70 FPS with RTX on the new Doom? That's ridiculous. I think Cyberpunk is the only one that has an excuse to run that bad. Actually, I want to give Cyberpunk credit where it's due. It ran on my laptop. I had a RTX 2070 laptop, and it ran on that bitch. And you know those things are about as powerful as a 2060. And it ran on that bitch, and it ran on that bitch well on high settings. With low RTX. Just think about that. Think about that. It's like... I don't know. It feels like we're getting some kind of slosh fest. You know, when I upgraded from the RTX 2070 on the laptop and I went to a 4070, it didn't really even feel like that much of an upgrade because all the new games are just shit and they run like shit. They're not being physically computed on your hardware anymore. They're being computed through this image that looks like a fucking actual Minecraft. They look like a Minecraft painting, and then AI is trying to like figure out what the fuck's on the screen. And it looks like a fucking blurry mess. You combine that with frame gen, dear God. Dear God, and that's what I've been doing for the Outer Worlds. Oh my God, it looks good on video, but you play through that shit, bro, it's like plus 2, 3, plus 20, 30 millisecond response time. It's unbelievable. I've had better response time on the TV. That should tell you something, bro. It's like, yeah, just, I don't know, this modern way of doing this shit is just not good, bro.